My name is Miriam, and I'm an immigrant. I have been in the United States for 10 years now, and I have witnessed how the Hispanic community has united and fought for the rights we believe we deserve in this country. And although this is a really big step, I think that we need to get the American public to understand why we migrated in the first place. Monahan might have wanted me to target the big industries, the companies that want us to leave, but I really think that it is important to first change people's perception about us so that then they can unite with the Hispanic community and start a change. NAFTA stands for the North American Free Trade Agreement, and it was signed by the governments of Canada, Mexico, and the US. It eliminates barriers to trading and business between the three countries. However, Mexico has been really affected by it since our farmers cannot compete with the US corn producers. More and more US corn is being brought into Mexico and consumed by Mexicans, leaving the Mexican grown corn basically worthless. The problem is that 15 million people in Mexico depend on farming, on the growing of corn for their livelihood. However, the start of immigration also started discrimination because the American public took it as the immigrants started taking their jobs.
Because of that, the American public started disliking immigrants and trying to have laws set up to prevent any more immigration. The battle against illegal aliens started, and so did the fence to protect the border. However, everything got more serious when the Arizona law SB 1070 was proposed. The Arizona law allowed policemen to stop people who were suspected of being illegal and required them to have documentation at all times.
A lot of the critics are saying this is racial profiling. Duh. They're coming from another country. That's what you do.
They think people are in the country illegally. They're going to stop them. And then people are saying, well, wait a minute, that's racial profiling. Reaction.
I think it is racial profiling. I don't think there's really anything wrong as far as racial profiling, stopping people who are coming in illegally. I mean, you're not looking for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
The SB 1070 law later changed into the HB 2162 law, which said you can only investigate immigration status incident to a lawful stop, detention, or arrest. But the thing is, it already happened. The profile already happened. People were already harassed. We were already being criminalized. And it expands to so much more than that. There are immediate consequences to such thing as the Arizona law, like the deportation of immigrants and people leaving the state because they're feeling harassed and persecuted. The problem with immigration is much bigger than just the discrimination and the fact that there was a wall built and that there are laws being passed. A lot of people don't know about the drones that fly over the border. The drones are aircrafts that are used in the war in Iraq that have the potential to fire a missile and kill people, blow places up, basically. I personally don't see the need for a drone to be flying over the border. We have patrol, we have troops on the border. The drones seem extreme. There is no need to use that much violence on people who are trying to have a better life in the United States. I don't understand why a person who's trying to cross the border is such a big threat. I don't understand why we are being compared to terrorists. If anything, the thing I want you guys to take home and share with friends, family, and anybody you know is that immigrants come to the United States for a better life. We do not come here to cause trouble or be treated as criminals. We certainly do not like or appreciate being treated as criminals. We come here to have a better life because in our home countries it is not possible. For example, like we already talked about in Mexico, NAFTA prevented us from making enough money out of what we know how to do, which is farming. I also want you guys to consider the laws that have been passed or any laws that are currently in the making that racially profile people or that discriminate against a certain race based on their color, based on their nationality, based on their status. And I want you guys to also speak against the use of drones in the border. I want you guys to research about it and see what kind of mechanisms they are, what they're capable of doing. Like I said, they're used in Iraq and the war zone. I would like to call for the unity of not only the general American population, but of other races, other people that feel like they're discriminated, Jewish people, Muslim people, gay, transgender. I'm really passionate about this, and I hope you guys go home and really think about it and maybe change your perception on Hispanics and immigrants. Thank you.